Yeah guys, this is Eric from Germany. In this video I will show you what you can do if you say download a rackspace file from the Gig Performer forums and you see it doesn't work. So in this special case it's a rackspace file which I built myself, but that was 3 years ago and a lot has changed in this time. So let's see what's happening. I made a clean, an empty gig here. You see an empty panel, and I want to import that particular rackspace here into my gig. I use the import rackspace function here. Okay, and it's this one, the B3V organ 1 rackspace. In that rackspace I used Aftertouch to switch the rotary speed, and not only Aftertouch but also the sustain pedal or a button on my controller keyboard. So okay, I've imported that. I see some meters flickering and I'm not playing any sound here. It reacts to my microphone. Why? I don't know. I try to play some notes. No reaction. Not good. Okay, let's start with a view into the wiring view. Okay, first thing I see, my organ plugin is red and it says missing. Okay. I see it's that rackspace has been built with version 1 of that plugin, which is not installed anymore. That organ plugin from Arturia is at version 2 in the meantime. So I have to exchange that. I click it with the right mouse button and say replace plugin. Here is the Arturia package and this is the B3 version 2. Yeah, it's turning green. So I try again to play some notes. No reaction. Not good. Okay, let's have a look. Oh yeah, here. The MIDI input I used in that rackspace differs from the controller keyboard that I'm using right now. I once owned an Audio Code 61, now I have a complete control from Native Instruments. Same here, I click it with the right mouse button, say replace plugin, and here are the MIDI inputs. And this one, KK for complete control, that's the one I'm using nowadays. Okay, but as you can see, the caption of that plugin hasn't changed. But the bubble help here, it says MIDI in KK. That's the right one. Okay. I try again to play some notes. Yeah! Great. Okay. We got sound. A short view. We have the MIDI in, which goes into the plugin. We have a gain and balance block here. Whatever. We could maybe control the output volume separately before it goes into that mixer. Yeah, maybe not the worst decision to do this that way. Okay, let's switch over to the panels. So, first thing, why is that meter showing some signal even if I don't play keyboard? Yeah, we'll have a closer look at that. This one says it goes to output channel 2. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe that's a remain or an effect that comes by go into Gig Performer version 4. I guess this rackspace was built with version 3, and knowing this, I can almost be sure that, yeah, there are two. There has been some changes regarding the widget placement and sizing between Gig Performer 3 and 4. So okay, now we have 2 meters, great, but they are showing the wrong signal. I guess I will connect that with that extra gain block we have seen in the wiring view, and I use channel 1 magnitude, and this one should show me the channel 2 magnitude. Okay, now I'm speaking and they are not showing any signal. And what happened if I play some keys? Yeah, they're doing what they should do. Great. Let's go on with the knob widgets. This says volume F1. Yeah, this F1 was a hint for myself that it was formerly mapped to a fader number 1. So since I don't have any faders anymore on my new controller keyboard, I will change that caption to K1 because I now have knobs instead of faders. This one is mapped to organ volume in the mixer. This is cool. But MIDI wise, it still is connected, or it waits for some signal coming from a code 61 on controller, 118 on channel 1. That's not the case anymore, so I just have to learn it to the new MIDI source. Switch on learn and just turn that knob number 1. Hey, yeah, cool. See, it works. Same here with that pedal widget. I've not connected the volume pedal right now, but I have an alias made in the rig manager, so I can say, yeah, hey, this one should react to my volume pedal, and yeah, it will. I'm really sure it will react to a volume pedal if I will connect one. So just turn off the learn function and connect that again. Yeah, now it stays on volume pedal. This is knob 1. Okay. Great. Does it work? Yeah. Now that the sound is working as is expected, let's have a look at that rotary speed thing. I said at the beginning I want to switch the rotary speed with aftertouch. Okay. Now I'm pressing. Okay. The script behind it. This switching thing with aftertouch, and it also reacts to the sustain pedal and a knob on my controller keyboard. The reaction to the sustain pedal and the aftertouch is done with a small script which is working behind the curtains. I can show you that. See, when I open that script editor, this is the script that's doing the job here. But you don't have to do anything with that editor. It's just for your information here. If you don't want to change anything, just let it closed. Okay. But it should change the speed, which it doesn't. So that's it switches that widget, but the widget doesn't do anything because the widget is not mapped to any plugin parameter. So that's what we have to do now. I choose the B3 plugin, our organ plugin, and say learn parameter, and that switch should switch that speed. Okay. And this one should switch the brake. Come on. Okay. So let's check what the MIDI connection says on these two switches. Yeah, switch widgets. It's hard to pronounce for German. Please have mercy with me. Okay, the MIDI connection says code 61. I will link that to the button 1 and this one to the button 2. Remember, these are this list comes from the rig manager. All these aliases I have made before in the rig manager, and so I don't have to say yeah, I want to learn that with the press of a button. That's already done before in the rig manager. I just say connect that widget with the alias name, knob 1 or button 1, whatever. So okay, let's just check. Yeah, see, it works. Okay, turn the brake off. Yeah, here we go. Now with aftertouch. Great. Easy as that. Okay, now we have 6 buttons here. That's a remain from the version 1 of the plugin. Once there were separate effects which were accessible separately, but now we have only let's just open. Anyway, we have to map these buttons to the plugin parameters. You see there's quite a clean surface here. We now have an effects pedal with 4 effects blocks, and in each of them 4 slots could be any effect, so we can't say an overdrive is switched on or off if we don't know where it is. So my proposal would be we use these buttons just to switch on or off these 4 effect slots. You see there is a bypass button for each of those slots, and this bypass parameter is the one we want to use on our buttons. So there are 4 slots but 6 buttons, so I just will delete 2 of them, change the caption. I just want to say effects 1, effects 2, effects 3, and number 4. Okay, great. Now we have to map those buttons to the regarding parameter. I use the learn function. That's number 1. Number 2. Three. And the last one, number 4. Okay. So I could also MIDI learn these buttons to some buttons on my controller keyboard. I will start here with button number 5 and button number 6 and so on. Come on, open up. 7 and 8. So okay, let's see if the widgets react to the buttons on my controller. Yeah, they do. Let's bring up the plugin, and they also do what they should do. Yeah. Okay, that's all. That should work now. I just will save it with a new name. Yep. So, not a gig. I want to export the rackspace to that B3 V2 organ new rackspace, and this is the name you will find in the forums. So if you encounter any issues, if you have questions, if you need help or advice, come to the Gig Performer support forums. That's a great place for any information you want to get or maybe you want to give to the community. It's a great community with many helping hands. So I'm out of here. I'm leaving that. I'm stopping the video now. So says the German. Have fun with that. If you have any questions, just ask ahead. Have fun.